Hello again, welcome to today's attempt at the Yeardle puzzle. 3 more events that took place in the same year, and I'm going to try and guess what year that was. And it's a very, very old set of events today, isn't it? Gaozu. Never heard of them. Never heard of Fan Kuai, never heard of Luwan. So that top clue, not helpful. I don't even know who Consort Chi is and what country they're referring to. Feels like it's going to be China, but it doesn't actually mention China at all, does it? So it could be a different country. Maybe this event is so old that China didn't even exist. The middle clue does mention China explicitly though, so clearly China did exist. Chang'an is the largest city at this time, overtaking Pataliputra in the Mauryan Empire. When was the Mauryan Empire? That's the question. I don't know. Bottom clue, it mentions the Romans. So whenever a clue mentions Romans, I usually assume it's between about 400 AD and 400 BC. Those are Roman times really, aren't they? I guess we're going to have to go in that region today as well. I've got no idea if this is towards the start of that era or the end of that era, though, and the top 2 clues don't really help me either. I think I'm going to go in the ADs rather than the BCs, though, based on the fact that there is a bit of Asian history mentioned in the top 2 clues. I don't know much about Asian history, but from this game it tends to be in the ADs if they get mentioned rather than the BCs, but we'll see if that's correct. Let's try 150. Oh, I'm over 200 years off. Okay, so we'll go into the BCs. It is in the BCs, okay. That means we can take smaller jumps. And it is going to be between 400 BC and 400 AD, so at least I got that bit right. And we can take even smaller jumps. Okay, I've moved the wrong way. So it's between 190 and 210. 190 and 201 specifically. Let's try 205. Let's try Let's try 195 then. Going for multiples of 5 is always the way, and if it was a multiple of 5 it could only have been 195 or 200 at that point. When it's such an old event, they just round everything almost always to a multiple of 5. That technique and tactic has served me well over the many games of this that I've played, and I'm happy it did so again today. 345 years off on my first guess is not brilliant. It is worse than my average, but when it's such an old event, I kind of expect that, so I'm not too disappointed. That is Yeardle.